Hi everyone. Today we're going to go over my mwscript importer for TES3MP. I'm going to show you how to set it up, get it installed, how to import scripts, and let's get to it. Alright, so we have our TES3MP folder 0.8 right here. We have our mwscript Converter.lua right here. And then we have my first script.es3. The .es3 is just to inform the setup that this is a mwscript. So what I'll do is I will show you guys the script we're going to import. It's really simple. It's just my first script. Short variable do once, message hello world, typo. Hello world, this is my first script. That's it. Simple as that. Alright. So first thing we want to do is open up our folder. Go into our server, data, custom. Now the reason we want to do that is because my importer needs a folder in here created where we're going to put our mwscripts at. So, folder, and the folder's name is MWScripts. Let's open that up. I'm going to drop my first script in here. Now you can drop any of your mwscripts that you have in here. All you need to do, as I noted, is just set it up in a text editor. I use a mwscript language. Basically just makes everything stand out, the commands and that sort of thing. In Notepad++, you can use whatever you like as long as it's formatted in a text editor style format and you save it as a .es3. So we've put that in here. Now we're going to go back a couple folders all the way to server. Then we're going to go to scripts, custom. And here is where our mwscripts Converter.lua goes. Drag and drop. Now we're going to open this guy up. It's got some instructions in here along the way if you're not watching this video. I'll go over everything here in just a second. But for right now, we're going to need to go back and tell our server to actually look at this custom script. So let's go back to server. No, sorry, scripts. There you go. Custom scripts. Let's open this guy up. Now in here, all of your custom server scripts are going to go in here. That way your server knows what to look for. Here's an example of what it would look like. However, these lines in front of it, that's commenting it out, which means it's not going to actually see that. That's for like user notes and that kind of thing. So let's just copy, paste this here, and let's replace the your script name with our actual script name. Copy everything except the Lua portion. Paste, save. Now, when we start our server up, this will be loaded. Close this because we don't need this open anymore. Now, on to my script. So, there is a lot of scary stuff in here. The only things you really need to be concerned with looking at are these guys right here. The scripts to convert, NPC script attachments, creature attachments, activator attachments, and these scripts to delete. A quick run through of what everything is. Scripts to convert. This is the primary table you'll be wanting to put in your scripts and that kind of thing to get them imported over to the actual server. Basically, I've got this commented out here. Let's comment it back in, or uncomment it, should I say, or I don't know the exact terminology. Anyways, since we're going to be using this as our first script, do it like that. Bam. Save. And when we start our server, it'll create my first script. Let's just show an example of that really fast. Adding custom mwscript, my first script. So you don't have to do this check, but if you want to confirm that it's actually in there, you can go to your data record store folder, script. Bam, my first script. Now the rest of these tables, the NPC script attachments, creature attachments, and activator attachments. These three guys right here. The way these work is, let's say you put in a script and you wanted to attach it to a couple of NPCs, like for example Caius, Casadus, and Devaith Fear. Well, you could essentially do that. So if we just say, okay, we want this one script, my first script, to go to this NPC, and this NPC, and this NPC, ref ID, etc., etc. That's how you would do that. Now, the only catch with these three guys is if you do it like that and import the scripts to those actors and activators and such, you'll have to go in and manually remove it should you want to remove your script later on. That's the only downside to it. If you don't attach it to them and you want to remove your script, you can come down to this guy right here. Leaving it in here will actually delete your script from the records. Make this guy vanish. I'll show you an example of that right now, actually. So if we comment out my first script, and we've got it right here in these scripts to delete. Now if we start our server, oh, I didn't save. I was going to say something didn't look right. Let me save. Sorry about that. There we go. So now we don't see it anymore. My first script is not appearing anymore. Let's see. Let's make sure it's gone. Reload. Bam, it's gone. So that's how you would get rid of any scripts that you have that you no longer need. Again, that doesn't cover over these three tables. You'll still have to manually remove those from any actors or activators and that sort of thing. Now, let's do a little test run here. Let's save my first script. Let's log in and create a character. Breaking stuff. Make sure you comment out all of your things. Start. Just log in. We'll just call this guy test or something like that. We need to make him an admin really fast, just to make sure the script gets started, or that we can start the script. Test. Sure, why not? Starting area, get me out of here. Alright, now we've created our character, let's log off. Let's set our character to an admin position. So if we open this up, actually we don't even need admin, we just need console access. I guess that's something I could have gone over to, is how to set up console by default for all players, but that's kind of moot for this video purpose. So we're going to give myself console access. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I just had a brain fart there. Guess it would help if I shut my server down. Restart. I also guess I didn't have to restart my server just because of me editing my character file, but never hurts to be safe. Just log back in on test. Now we should have access to the console, and it's ringing. This better be water.
Speak, traveler.
Alright. So our script, let me see, it's my first script. So if we do start script, bam, hello world, this is my first script. It works. Hopefully this tutorial helped show you guys how to set this up. I'll try to do more tutorials in the future, and yeah, adios.